Hey everybody, it's Judy Klock here at Stampin' with Crafty Klock, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Middletown, Virginia, and I am here to share with you today a one-sheet wonder for 6x6 designer series paper. I did this last week, 2 weeks ago, for my June workshop, and I got really great feedback on the designs, and everybody liked how easy it was to cut the sheet and to use the entire 6x6 piece of paper for 6 cards. So let me go ahead. This here, let me move my desk. I always forget to do this. So this here is the cut map, what I call the cut map. So it's a 6x6 inch piece of paper. We're going to cut it in half, so we get 2 3-inch by 6-inch pieces, and then we're going to cut it according to this cut map. And don't worry, I'm going to post this on the blog post, a picture of this, so you can either screenshot this now, or you can come back and read the blog post, so that we'll have all the cutting dimensions on there for you. So let's go ahead and go and take a piece of 6x6. This is the Subtles 6x6 paper. So I believe this is fresh freesia. So there's no pattern to this particular piece, so it doesn't really matter if I cut it in half, this way, or if I flip it this way. If the paper has an obvious one-way design, then you need to pay attention to how you're cutting it. So I am just going to cut this into 2 3-inch by 3-inch pieces of paper. Now I'm going to flip it so that the 6-inch edge is at the top, and I'm going to cut my first cut at 2 inches. I'm going to make my next cut at 3 inches. Then this other little piece that I have, it's a 1-inch by 3-inch piece. I'm going to flip it so the 3-inch side is now at the top, and I am going to cut 3 1-inch by 1-inch squares, and I will show you the designs we made with each of these cuts. All right, now the next piece that we have is our 6-inch, another 6-inch by 3-inch. We're going to cut the first one at 2 1/4. Okay, we're just going to leave that off to the side now because we're going to have to turn that again in a minute. Then we're going to make another 1-inch cut. And again, I'm going to put that off to the side because we are going to cut that again. And then I'm going to make another 1-inch cut. Okay, again, putting that off to the side. And that will leave us with a 1 3/4 by 3-inch piece. So that one we're going to leave as is. Now these other pieces that are 1-inch by 3-inch, we're going to, again, put these at the 3-inch section at the top, and we're going to cut them in half. So we're going to cut them at 1 1/2 inches. So we've got a 1-inch by 1 1/2 inch, and we're going to get 4 of those. We're going to do that with both of those 1-inch pieces. Okay, so now we've got the 4 1-inch by 1 1/2 inch pieces. Those are going to go on one card. Okay, and then we've got this piece that was 2 1/4 by 1 1/2, and again, we're going to flip it so the 3-inch side is at the top, and we're going to cut it in half. So we're going to have 2 1/4 by 1 1/2 inch pieces. Okay, and I've got low battery. Let me just plug in my phone over here. I'm trying to charge up my AirPods. Okay, there we go. Hopefully we'll be good, at least to get through this video. Okay, so now we've got, this is a 2-inch by 3-inch piece. That will be one card. A 3-inch by 3-inch square will be another card. These 3 1-inch pieces, 1-inch squares, will be our third card. Our fourth card will be these 2 2 1/4 by 1 1/2. That's card number 4. We've got these 1-inch by 1 1/2 inch pieces, 4 of them. That will be card number 5. And the last piece is that 1 3/4 by 3, and that is card number 6. So let me show you what I did with all of these different pieces. Okay, so first up is we have our 2-inch by 2-inch, I'm sorry, 2-inch by 3-inch square, and we made a birthday card. We just kind of layered that. I layered it over a larger piece of cardstock, and I cut the piece of Gold Celebrations DSP. That is the same size. It was 2 inches by 3 inches, and just laid that over. And we used the balloon bouquet for this class. So that was our 2-inch by 3-inch piece. That was card number 1. For card number 2, we did something very similar with our 3-inch by 3-inch piece. Again, we cut that pretty Gold Celebrations DSP and laid it right over it. Okay, and that was card number 2. Then we took our 3-inch or 1-inch or 3 1-inch squares, and we made card number 3. Just again, mounting them on a piece of cardstock that's just a little larger than our DSP square. So these were 1 1/4 squares. Okay, and that was card number 3. Card number 4. This was a favorite. We made a present. So we took that 1 1/4 by 3-inch piece, and we just layered it over a larger piece of cardstock, and then we wrapped ribbon around it and tied a bow to make it look like a present. That was card number 4. Okay, and then for card number 5, we took our 1 by 1.5-inch rectangles. Again, we mounted them on cardstock that was slightly larger, but we reversed the patterns. So we used both sides of the cardstock for this particular design. Again, that was just something that, you can do. You can make them all the same. That was just an option that I showed everyone. And then our last one was our 1.5 by 2 1/4. And again, we just layered them on larger cardstock and made another card. So those are the 6 cards that we made. So I will have all the measurements for the 6 by 6 one-sheet wonder on my webpage. If you are interested in the full tutorial for the beautiful balloons or the balloon bouquet tutorial, I will put a link for you to purchase the tutorial on my website, and it will give you all the measurements both in metric and imperial to make these 6 cards from 1 6-inch by 6-inch piece of designer series paper. So I hope you liked today's tutorial. Don't forget, our designer series paper sale is ongoing until Friday, June 30th. You can save 15% on select designer series papers when you shop now. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love it if you would allow me to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I love my customers, and I am happy to help. If you have any questions, you can always email me, call me, text me, message me on Facebook, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the week. Maybe I'll see you Thursday at 7:30 on my live. Happy stamping, everyone.